How is everybody doing today? Yeah, so I'm gonna have to go bring. So we had a. Basically, I'll talk about it a little bit later. But my wife didn't get home until 6 a.m. this morning. She had to go help her mom with something, and so I'm gonna have to bring my kids to school today and let my wife sleep. And so yeah, so I will see. We'll see if Mitch gets here. If not, I'll just leave the scanners up, and I'll be back in like 30 minutes, 20 minutes or so. What's up, Tyrell? What's up, Ben? What's up, One Way? Cole? Good morning, team. But yeah, market is up. Market is bullish this morning. And you can see it's moving up from 288s to 291s. We'll go over the specific catalyst for that one in a little bit. We got OCGN here. OCGN gapping up, looking strong from 120s to 160s. Looks pretty good here. Closed at 128. It's sitting at 162 now for OCGN. And I included my watch list here. We also have ENPH moving up a little bit, but we have AMD moving up with the market, gapping up from 2820s to 2870s for AMD. We've got MBT. Gapping up from 780s all the way to 830s for MBT. We got FEYE. FEYE looks strong here, gapping up from 1380s to 1440s. We got MU, another microchip stock, gapping up from 4260s to 4320s here. We got Roku, gapping up some from 108 to 111. And yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on PBYI and ENPH as well. Other gappers on the list are NNVC, Seadrill, AOBC, but none of them really have that much follow-through volume, honestly. So we'll see what we get. That's what I'm looking at for right now. What's up, Paul? I appreciate it, One Way. Thanks, man. Yeah, I'll have to explain it when I get back. I'll be able to explain it a little bit better. But yeah, that's what's going on right now, at least. But yeah, I mean, the good thing is that. All right, cool. So I just talked to Mitch. Mitch is gonna be here. All right, but yeah, I just talked to Mitch. Mitch is gonna be here for sure, so that'll be good. Um, hey, Maddie, will you just get your backpack ready and stuff? We're about to leave. You as well, Gabriel. What's up, Paul?
I'm already ready.
Okay. And yeah, guys, go check out Trade Ideas. I'll post this link before I leave because shout out to them. Cool company. They allow me to leave these scanners up, and so shout out to Trade Ideas. There's the link for that if you want to check that out. Yeah, just waiting on Mitch. I got you, Jose. I got you, man. Yeah, I will. Yeah, what I'm basically telling Mitch is to just on Tefs, since he's going to be using Tefs, to just put a big chart up, on Tefs, so he can actually, so y'all can see it a little bit easier. That's basically what I'm asking him to do is just to put a big chart up, so it's like I know he uses Tefs, but a big chart will make it a little bit easier for you guys to see it. There we go. We got Mitch here. All right. All right, team. So yeah, I'll be back. I'll probably be back in like 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes or so. And so I'll still be here to trade the open. But yeah, I'll probably be back by then. What's up, Mitch? You there, bro? What's up, Tyrell? Good morning, Astrid. I know I look like a cyborg right now, or I did. Here. Yo, yo. Let me see here. Yo, what's up, Mitch? You there, bro? All right, but yeah, so basically right now, we'll still be okay. Right now we're watching the SPY overall. Like I said, the market in general is up today. You can see it's gapping up from 280s all the way to 290s. So from 288.50 all the way to 291.07. So a solid gap up here. A little bit less than $2 gap up, but a nice gap up here. And really the market needed this after what happened yesterday and the day before. And so we are really right around here now. So we basically filled most of the downward move from yesterday. What? Yeah, we're gonna go in a second, buddy. Okay. Yo, yo, what's up? There we go. There we go. There we go. What's up, Mitch? Can you hear me? Can't hear you. There we go. That actually works really well. There we go. All right, appreciate it, bro. Your sound's a little talk. Your sound's a little blurry. I don't know. Say something. I mean, it's a little blurry. I'm not sure why it is, but that'll work. All right, say something. Yeah, that's way better. All right, cool. All right, yeah. So we got. I told Mitch to put his whole screen up, and this should work a lot better, so you guys can actually see. Appreciate it, bro. Yeah, man. You saw that text this morning, man. Right? Yeah. Oh, no stress. No worries, bro. I appreciate it. I'm gonna try to do this so we can make the chart as big as we can. I might have to cover up float just for now. Try to make this chart a little. There we go. I think this works. All right. All right, team. I'll be back. Appreciate it, Mitch. I'll be back in like 20 minutes, team. Let me make sure everything's muted on my end so it doesn't give you the echo. Let's do, hold on. Let me unmute you. All right, let's do a sound check really quick. Sound check. Everybody let me know how Mitch sounds.
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning, good morning.
Make sure there's no echo or anything like that.
How's everybody doing this morning?
Yeah, there we go. I unmuted him. There we go. That should make it so the chart's big enough. Y'all can still see the gappers list. Y'all can still see the float on the gap ups. So that should work.
Yeah, that's more than good enough.
Yeah. Let's just make sure. Sound check. Test 1, 2.
Sound check. Sound check.
Let us know in the chat.
Everybody
team.
hear me good?
How's the sound? Let us know in the chat.
Can you hear me? All right, all right. Sounds good. It sounds good. Good morning. Good morning.
All right, so it sounds good. All right, team, I'll be back. So I'll be back in like 20 minutes. Later, guys. I appreciate it, Mitch. I'll be back, bro.
All right, excellent, guys. Good morning. Good morning, guys. All right, I still haven't really gotten my coffee, guys. So give me less than 5 minutes to get my coffee ready here, and I'll be back with some news and busting through this. If you guys want, go ahead and put up in the chat any stocks that you guys want me to check out, and I'll check them out as soon as I get back. Give me less than 5 minutes. I will be right back. You guys hang out. Little Hendrix taking a nap here. You guys can watch him hang out. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right, setting up here. All right. All right, traders, how we doing? How we doing? All right, a good old classic. Good morning, traders. Let's get this rolling. All right, let's find what we got here. All right, let's find some major news here. Major news catalyst. So today, what do we got working for us today? All right, there's a couple things I got. Well, one, I just want to mention a little bit further out catalyst, a little further out catalyst. I'm going to be looking at the cannabis companies, seeing next week how they react with Canada going on what we call phase 2 of legalization in Canada. They're going to be releasing edibles, vapes, and other such products in Canada. And that'll be next week on Thursday, October 17th. And we'll go ahead and take a look to see what happens. All right. So I'm seeing in the news a lot of Trump news, mainly on the impeachment, but is meeting with China today. I'm not sure if it's today or tomorrow. I'm trying to find that out right now. I believe it's today. And then from what I've heard, China isn't really trying to have the biggest talks. We're probably going to end up hearing some mixed news on trade talks, but I really highly doubt that there's going to be any kind of trade deal right now, just based on the blacklisting that we're getting and other such news. That coffee's hot. I gotta have the coffee hot. All right, another big important news is the Fed. The Feds are releasing news. Here we go. This is from Yahoo Finance. Fed meeting minutes. What to know about the markets on Wednesday. The Federal Reserve minutes from mid-September meeting will pull back the curtains, the liberty to lead the monetary policy, a second consecutive rate cut this year. So a lot of people are going to be watching to see. We already got the second rate cut. We're looking at a 93% chance to get the third. So the third rate cut is going to happen here in December. The real important thing I'm seeing is there are some tariffs that are supposed to come active October 15th. October 15th, we are supposed to get a good amount of the tariffs to start becoming active. And then the next wave would come after the holidays, which would come in December. So I think that's kind of like the big background here. Yesterday, we talked about a couple of stocks because of the blacklisting. Let's see if we find any other good stocks because of the blacklisting. I know that one of the major ones that got hit yesterday because of the blacklisting was JD. I'm pulling this chart up right now. JD definitely looking interesting for me today, as some of these companies are blacklisted. Let me see if I can find a little bit more news on the blacklisting. How is the market playing out? Well, we're getting through there. We'll get to the major SPY news in a second. We're going to first run through some major catalysts, run through some particular stocks. I'm going to review some of the news, and then I'll get to the overall market. All right. So there's a bunch of these companies that are getting hit by it. I think we should pay attention to JD and look for others to follow. JD has this huge support here, guys, at 27.47. So that's going to be looking to break down, see if it breaks down and heads towards this $26. All right, guys, let's see if there's any upgrades or downgrades today to watch out for. All right. Looks like we got a couple upgrades, couple downgrades. Not so many big ones. One that I'm seeing on a downgrade is IRBT. Yep, IRBT here. Let's go ahead and take a look at what they're saying about this. All right, it kicks up on an analyst upgrade as it kicked up, but as you can see, it's been broken down from 60 and has been looking down pretty much all year. This stock. Let's see the price targets. Okay, the average price target in this stock is $80. The low is 64, and we're currently sitting at 57.42. So they did give it an upgrade, and going to be looking at it to see what happens. Who gave it this upgrade back 12 days ago? 12 days ago there was an upgrade, and now they downgraded it. This is iRobot, is the company that makes Roomba. Anybody got a Roomba at home? Anybody got a Roomba? I don't know how I'd feel about those things just walking around my house on their own. Anyone in the chat got a Roomba? All right. See if we can find any other news here. All right, there's a gap up. Or go with a downgrade. We can keep watching this one. I'm going to watch to see Oracle today if it can break this uptrending slope line. So this is kind of a study line, not a study line here. This trend line here, guys. Seeing this bottom trend line here on this Oracle. There's also a long-term support. This long-term resistance becoming support in the stock here at $53. Gonna see if we're gonna break down through $53, maybe head towards 52 and 51. Your wife has one of those? There you go, Gabe. My girlfriend definitely says we need one. DJ Roomba. Yeah, Andy, the dogs. I don't know how my dog would feel about the Roomba. Personally, I think he'd be a little freaked out by it, seeing it move around by itself. But at the same time, I could see it. Another one I'm seeing here, PBYI downgrade. This one's interesting, guys. This one had 5 million shares traded when it broke down at $10. One to watch, more of a penny stock, and you guys can definitely find out more about this one. Let's keep going down. Let's see if we can get any upgrades here, any good upgrades to watch out. All right, someone gave Roku an upgrade, guys. As we see Roku start holding up there in the 110s and breaking out through 111s. We're going to see if Roku can bounce here to 120s. That's where I can see Roku kind of making its move towards. Support is clearly drawn at $100. All right. Another one that we're gonna take a look at. It's on its way up. They got an upgrade. CRWD. Let's see this one. All right. This is CrowdStrike, guys. This is an IPO, recent IPO, tradable for us. Want to see if it can get back over today, over 70. Yesterday's high was 68.43. So let's see if we can get over that 68.43 and really push on up with this stock and get it to $70. And then we can go ahead and try this next resistance, which is up here at 71.78. Okay, let's go ahead and let's start moving towards the gappers list here. Let's look at the gappers list, and I'll go ahead and look up some news also with these stocks. All right, guys. If you guys had any gappers for me to check out, this is when you want to go ahead and put them up in the chat so that I can go ahead and take a look. All right, the first one on the gappers list is going to be this OCGN. OCGN. This one's interesting. Just gapping up, pretty big amount, but as you can see overall, this one's really down. Not something I think is going to be a really good trade right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at SDRL. SDRL, another stock, really weak on the daily chart, coming down in the 170s and the 180s. So gotta really watch that. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna turn off my AC. Give me 1 second. All right, guys, I'm back. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these. We got SDRL, Seadrill. See if we get any Seadrill news. Not seeing anything. Seeing event contract award last month. Average pricing in this one for price targets is $10. The low is 5. It's currently sitting at 170. I think we're gonna have a strong resistance at that $2. Let's see if it breaks $2 today and keeps moving. Next stock, let's go to ACRS. Stock that had huge amount of volume on that gap up that moved up to $2. This is a stock that every single time it's gapped up, it's pretty much filled the gap. I think we might get one more push here to 150s. I'm not sure that we can get all the way up to $2. We would need a lot of volume like we got on that September 17th move, but not really looking too much here on the gappers. Looks like my camera went out. Just give me a second, guys. Let me fix my camera here. I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, nice. My phone died. All right. Well, I'll get that back on, guys, in a second. Turning that back on. Okay. All right. Devin helping us out here. OCGN back of 2 million, kind of buying back $2 million worth of their stock. This will definitely make a stock jump, but not something you want to trade. It's going to have a lot of kind of higher investors, and you can see kind of weird price action because of that volume going into the stock. All right. All right, there's this cannabis stock on here, CTST. This stock is now essentially almost becoming a penny stock. This was an IPO that IPO'd at $9 and has made its way all the way down to $1 here. Definitely a weak stock, and look at this next week. See, the stock starts getting ramped up. What's another stock? Anybody else got another stock to go ahead and take a look at? I'm not seeing much on these gappers list. We still got iRobot on the down list. That's going to be IRBT. Also seeing DWT there. So oil play today. We'll watch to see if this is going to go ahead and break down through this support here, which is 551, or if we're going to hold here and then make a move back up to $7. I think oil is up on the day, but I got to double verify that. All right, huge fear about demand, not Middle East tensions are weighing on oil. Okay, so there's some fear on demand. Let's see what's going on here. Oil prices fell for a third consecutive day Wednesday amid a renewal of tensions between Washington and Beijing. This comes ahead of a resumption of talks between the world's two largest economies set for Thursday. All right, guys. So the meeting's going to be on Thursday, and that's really when we're going to see the swing of things. I think there's going to be a little bit slowness today. We got to pay attention to see if there's any news that comes out, but got to go ahead and kind of slow it down.
All right,
Analysts rate
I am back.
Platon with a $28 target. That new IPO.
Peloton.
Yeah, they gave it $28 price target. Just pretty high from where it is, guys. It's about $5 from where we are now. I think this one's still gonna find a low, guys. I think this one's not done finding a low. I think it might pull like the classic IPO move, come down, spike up a little bit, get some interest, and then come on back down and try to find a bottom here before we get some real good pricing.
Yeah, the ones I was looking at, OCGN is the top of the gappers list. What is this one? And then MBT. MBT looks okay. If you look at MBT, that one's gapping up to 830s from 780s. Then we also have FEYE. FEYE both look solid. That one's gapping up from 1380s to 1450. We got... What was the other one? Let me look at the rest of my list here. AMD looks okay. AMD, ENPH doesn't look terrible.
Kind of a slower day.
Yeah. And then we got Roku. Roku gapping up from 108 to 111.27. Looking solid. But the overall, the sentiment is bullish today for the news. We got the SPY gapping up to, it was at 291s when I left, but it's at 290.80s now.
One that's looking good right now. I just saw this one, AOBC.
And I'll be right back, team. I got to go make myself some coffee. We still got lots of time. When I get back, I don't know how much Mitch really looked at news, but...
Yeah, pretty much done. I mean, there's not much of the gappers. I mean, if you want to start looking up some that are just starting to pop up, like CLNE, AOBC, I'll check out those.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll be right news back on those.
Okay.
There's just not much today. Normally, I have some bigger news that I can put out and kind of work off of, guys. But I know E-Trade went free commissions, guys. E-Trade did go free commissions. I expected that. I think majority of us expected that, and so we'll take a look at that. I'm gonna let John come back and do the SPY news. Don't want to do the SPY news without him being here. He can take care of that. MBT, AOBC looks good though, but I'll take a look at MBT. Levi, definitely interesting. I saw people talking about Levi. What's going on with Levi? Let's go ahead and find out. Did we get an upgrade? What we got? Oh, earnings report. Retail analyst on Levi says Demon is strong and not going away. Let's see what we got here. The company reported a 4% decline in profits for its third year, or for its third quarter. Doesn't look like the best earnings report, but something to look at. MBT here making a move up towards its resistance up there at 857. Okay, so that definitely has a big resistance there at 857. I would watch to see how it reacts at 850. If not, I could see this one crashing right back down to $8. Let it get the volume that it needs because it got a lot of volume yesterday. So it should get another ramp up around here, 840s, 850s, and then it could ramp up to $9.
All right. Well,
Let's see the news on it.
coffee is
I'll
on the
find it.
pot. No.
I'll find the news on it.
But yeah, guys, so the reason I'm late, my mother-in-law had an allergic reaction to medication last night. We had to call the ambulance, and my wife had to leave and go to the hospital and deal with that stuff and then come back. It was hectic. But yeah, my wife didn't get any sleep, so I had to bring my kids to school. But yeah, MBT.
Trying to find the news, but
Let me see. Let me find it.
not really finding anything.
So it looks like MBT. Yeah, I'm not seeing any catalyst either. Let me see. So the move was definitely in pre-market. It wasn't yesterday. Yeah, I don't see anything. Last thing that came out from this was in August. So yeah, not seeing any type of catalyst for MBT here. We also have, like I said, AMD, which I'm pretty sure is just up because of the market. We got Roku here, gapping up from 108 to 111.60. MU probably just up on the overall market. AVYA is the other one I'll keep an eye on just because I've been watching that one every day. That one was tough to trade yesterday though. BILIPD.
Like this one.
We got the inverse volatility ETFs like TVIX and UVXY with the SPY being up. These are going to be down. KW. And like AOBC looks alright, but it doesn't have that much volume really. So yeah, like I said, let us know what your main watch is, team. Not loving anything right now, but I'm sure we'll find something. Yeah, FEYE. Yeah, we could look up FEYE. I don't know if y'all looked that one up yet. Alright, so
Yeah, that's fire.
yeah. They launched the Purple Team assessment.
They had good earnings. So I have shares of FireEye jumped more than 4% after the company posted strong revenue guidance in the preliminary third quarter earnings.
What was the source for that one?
This is CNBC, and the cybersecurity company's management estimated its revenue to be above high end of the prior guidance range, which was 217 million to 221 million in its SEC filing. Billings are expected to be between 245 and 255.
Yeah, they also debuted a product, it seems. So this is from I don't know where this one's from. This is from Business Wire, Washington Business Wire. And it says the intelligence-led security company today announced the availability of two new FireEye Mandiant services with Purple Team and continuous Purple Team assessments. Organizations can now work closely with FireEye Mandiant incident response experts to quantifiably evaluate their security programs against Viridin simulated attack scenarios. So they got some other type of catalyst for that, like debuting something for them. So,
you know, uh, don't really like to say this about big companies, but big company here that I'm not liking the chart of is Johnson and Johnson.
J&J.
Yeah, they got hit. This is also from CNBC. Shares sunk more than 1% after Philadelphia jury ruled that the one drug maker's subsidiary must pay $8 billion in damages after it failed to adequately warn against the risk of an antipsychotic drug, Respirtol.
Yeah, that's good news for him, Jose. But yeah, with Johnson & Johnson, was that recent? Was that today?
Yeah, that was yesterday. Well, yesterday night.
Okay.
So
extended
the
hours.
news should affect today. But if you look on the weekly chart of Johnson & Johnson, this thing has been showing some really bad signs of big moves down to the support, and it bounces back like the market's been doing. But I have a feeling, if we do get a big drop in the market, this is one of those stocks that you can see taking a big hit. And this is one that's been around for a very long time. But I feel the negative catalysts on this stock are finally catching up to it. And consumer consensus is such an important part in the retail space. And
nobody trusts Johnson & Johnson anymore after their baby.
That's the problem.
Soap. Their baby soap, man. Listen, as a parent, I didn't trust Johnson & Johnson because of their damn baby soap, man. Like, listen.
Yeah.
I don't know whether they're good or bad, and this is all, I do want to preface, this is all speculation, okay? But, like, let's be real here. After the last 5 years, nobody's trust Johnson & Johnson with baby soap, man. They had, like, some super carcinogenic stuff in their baby soap. At least that was what was speculated to happen. I'm not 100% sure either way. But, like, that was the deal with Johnson & Johnson.
I think another thing that's going to hit them hard is they have a lot of subsidies in codeine and kind of the painkillers, and there's a big epidemic against them. I think that's actually going to hurt them.
I'll be right back. I'm going to go get my coffee. It's time. I need my coffee.
But this is just one that I'd watch. It has a long-term resistance there at 126.34. So let's see if that breaks down. If that breaks down, I can see the stock getting right back into bearish terms and heading towards 120. The resistance in J&J is going to be that 140. If we can get up there to that 140, maybe we can get volume to get to 150, but it's not looking good, at least for me, technically wise. I'm not liking J&J. That looks like a bearish pattern to me. We've gotten one drop, two drops, three drops, and should have kind of three resistance made here at 144.95, and should hold that 144.95 and make an attempt towards the 120s. Yeah, I hear you, Harold. I can't disagree with that statement. Some companies they start worrying about profitability more than their rep. As simple as that. So definitely oil starting to start trading up here. Let me see what I find about oil. See what we're doing here. One of the things that interested me, guys, I was reading up yesterday on how much China has been grabbing gold. China's been taking a huge stockpile of gold this year, and that just shows, guys, that they're expecting a weakening of the economy overall. global economy, when people buy up a whole bunch of gold, they're worried about the economy as a whole. And so China's been doing this for a long time, but they definitely ramped it up this year and given themselves an ability to not get so affected on a weak dollar or weak purchasing power because their money has been so demonetized.
Yeah, I
So
have a
it's
few
gonna,
buddies that like gold
yeah, it's
specifically.
gonna
I
be
don't.
interesting.
I never got into gold. I never. I just never started to invest in gold. Uh, but I understand it to a certain extent. Like I understand why. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I wanted gold, but way back then,
Yeah. Not now.
not at these prices.
But yeah,
Yeah,
looking at oil, UWT specifically, oil is up.
yeah, yeah. There's big concerns on demand. Let's look at this.
Nice, brother. Green Day's always good, brother.
All right, this is a quote from CNBC's Steve Sedgwick at the Oil and Money Conference in London. He said the markets were very satisfied with the response of the Saudi Aramco following the September's infrastructure attack. I think what's impacting the price today is the global economic situation. The tariff dispute that is ongoing right now between the two global economies, the US and China. So all of these are impacting the price of crude. And so, as Saudi's Aramco CEO Admin Nasser said, there are so many factors that are impacting the price of today.
Yep.
So just to let you guys know that, hey, we're definitely in an environment where things are changing every single day, and with that, so do trades. So there's a lot of what we call short-term trades here, and the long-term trades are just up in uncertainty. That's why we're not seeing the SPY pick a direction. We hope that it picks a direction. It's looking very weak today as it started on a bullish run in the morning. But I think it's really going to be dependent on that talk tomorrow, or if we get any news about China kind of saying that they're not even going to meet with Trump today. Something like that could really affect the market. So watch out for that. That meeting's supposed to happen tomorrow, and it's going to be very vital to the market as we're just waiting to maybe hear good news. But I'm expecting kind of the downside, the negative news.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. It'll be fun either way. I mean, the good news about being a day trader, especially like one that can actually short stocks, is that it's not that I don't care which way it heads because I mean I have an IRA and stuff like that. But for my day trading, regardless of what happens, we'll at least get some volatility. I'm sure. What's up, Mister? What's up, Steve? EIA Petroleum report at 10:30 Eastern Time. All right, so that's in an hour and 15. And remember, team, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning on YouTube for free. We day trade the open, let you guys watch us day trade. So it's not just scanners and trade talks this morning. We actually day trade live on the stream. You can see our executing platform and broker and all aspects of our trading. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Come watch us again. We hope you'll join us again, team. But let's get ready for the open. So no losing days for me so far this week. No losing days. No losing trades so far this week. And so I think no losing trades. Let me confirm that really quick. Let me check. I'm pretty sure no losing trades.
AOBC guys is up on upgrade, company upgrade from Craig Hallam. So gonna watch that one. Levi definitely gonna move today.
Yeah, Levi super volatile, not super volatile, but volatile at least.
Yeah, to watch today. Another one that you guys can watch is PayPal, guys. PayPal just made a huge investment in China. They bought up a majority stake in a company called GoPay in China, and this is essentially putting them in China so that they can go ahead and do their payment processing in another major economy, guys. So I think it's very good news for PayPal in the long run. I'm not sure if this is gonna make it move today, but I definitely think it gives PayPal another source of income and an income outside the United States and in China is gonna supply a good amount of income there, good amount of revenue. So good news for PayPal.
PYPL, right?
Yep, PYPL.
Cool. Yeah. So looking at my trader view, I just had it up. Let me see. I know my green screen acts funny. But yeah, looking at my
Ooh,
trades.
man, that's tough. Go ahead, you can talk about your trades.
Oh no, you're good, bro. Yeah. So last losing day I had was on the 4th. So last week. Uh, this is my graph. Getting kind of close there. We'll see what we get. Let's see details. Running 56% accuracy. Let's see so far this week. I'm pretty sure it's 100%. Yeah, 100% accuracy this week. No losing trade, so not too bad.
Oh,
Right,
Netron putting up GE freezing pensions. That's tough.
I just realized you guys couldn't see any of that. Here, look. I was like showing everybody my trader view. Nobody could see anything. This is my trader view this week. 100%. So I'm not lying in my thumbnail. Look at me. I'm see-through. Let me put that down. But yeah. We'll see what we get this week, man. Gonna watch the cannabis stocks today too.
Poor GE, man. I'd feel bad if I was in that company. This is the kind of company that kind of scares me if you work at a company for 20, 30 years, thinking that you're going to have that kind of pension program there to support you.
That's why I work for myself, bro. You know.
Yeah. I know there's definitely people that have been working for GE for 30, 40, 50 years.
Yeah, and
So,
most utility companies will fail eventually, though. Like even like regardless of where it is, like most utility companies are eventually going to become somewhat obsolete, in my opinion. And so working
yeah,
there, you'll have good benefits and it's pretty stable, but eventually, you know,
everyone thought General Electric would survive just because they were so innovative in their early years. This is the company that gave us the fridge.
yeah,
The first real working fridge came from General Electric.
yeah,
Like the first one that you could have at your house that everyone didn't have to use, no longer the ice box.
yeah, man. I still call it
And
the icebox, though.
yeah, it's kind of funny, right? Yeah, people don't know where that reference comes from.
It was a literal
At least
icebox,
kids don't.
you know.
Kids don't for sure.
It was a literal icebox, you know.
Yeah, you had to keep ice in there. If not, your stuff was going bad.
Yeah, man. I lost a lot of money on GE. Yeah, man. I mean, like I said, it's a utility company. I'm not.
It's tough.
If I'm looking to long term invest, most of the time they're not going to be in utility companies. Just because if PCG teaches you anything, it's.
I mean, this shows you also though. I mean, a long time ago, let's say 10 years ago, everyone and their mothers would have told you that GE was a
What's the
safe
buy?
bet.
That's the
Was a
buy. Yeah.
safe bet. It was a safe bet that no matter what, it wasn't going to take this kind of downturn. It wasn't going to take 1 year where it just completely just flipped down on you and never came back. And that's not true. We can clearly see that, guys.
Yeah.
So it just goes to show you guys that at the end of the day, guys, there is an importance in fundamentals. I think GE finally got hit on the fundamental side. Eventually, they got to the point where they weren't being profitable. And you can only show so many quarters of non profitability until it finally affects you
Investors. Yeah.
and investors pull their
They
pull their
jump.
reins.
And look at this. If this isn't a bad sign, I don't know what is. The low of the last 3 years is 666. You know, that's the low of the last 3 years is $6.66. If that's not a bad
uh,
sign, if that's not a bad omen, I don't know what is, man.
there's a
You know,
market maker out there laughing.
right? Yeah, 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 for sure. All right, T.
Yeah, there's some market maker out there that did that on purpose.
Right, he's
He's
like, I
just
did it,
dying.
man. He's like, I did it. It's like a subtle way. It's a subtle way to just, you know, you did it, man.
I pushed another 10,000 shares into the market just because I wanted to
Right.
get into that price.
Get that. Make that the low now. You know. All right. All right, team. So yeah. So let me see how many of these are actually tradable that I was watching this morning. I'm pretty sure most of these are gonna be, but just in case, let's take a look. Let's see. We got MBT. That's the one I want to look at first. It is tradable. So MBT is tradable. AMD is tradable, of course. ENPH is tradable. FEYE is tradable. Roku is tradable. MU is tradable. So I don't think OCGN is, though. OCGN is not.
All right, guys. Excited and trying to take that step forward this week, guys. Monday, Tuesday, break-even days, guys. Made my way back. Limited the loss on Monday. I was only down about $100. Yesterday, pure break-even day. And today, we're going to try to step up and get over that hurdle. One of the things I always like to talk about is not being so focused on a daily goal. I understand having a max loss on your daily, but sometimes you got to focus more on what I call a weekly or monthly goal. A lot of traders have trouble kind of separating days of trading. And I think the best way to separate your days of trading is to have a monthly goal and a weekly goal, because this way you're not so reliant on one day to either make your profits or to destroy your capital, your risk. And so you have to find that median, and that's really the best way to approach trading, is to look at your goals and understand, hey, I may have lost 50 today. I still have about $300 of risk on the week. I need to be smart with that $300. I know I can make my $600 goal. Just got to focus in and take the right trades. And when you have that mentality, I think it's a lot better than having just one day mentality where I need to make $600 today. That's not the way to approach it, and gonna run you into more trouble than it is gonna help you.
Yeah, Steve, for that one, JRVR, that one just has way too low a volume for me. Just no liquidity. Yeah, man, I think we all go through those weeks where it's just kind of so, not terrible, not great,
I mean, I think that's an importance. I think when you become a decent trader, like when you actually have some skill, what you can do is what we call limiting the down.
Yep.
That's what you want to do. You just want to limit the down days. The down days are going to come.
Yep.
But if you're able to just hang in there, hang, usually if you stick to a strategy, you get that up curve again. Yep. And then that up curve can pull you right back in there and you're feeling good again.
Yep. But you got to be patient enough to wait for it. If you push, it's one of the reasons why I think every trader should give themselves a max number of trades that they're allowed to take per day. And the reason for that is because it doesn't matter how hard you push. It doesn't matter how many times you push. There's some days that are just simply not favorable for your style of strategy. And if you keep pushing on those days with the same strategy, in the end, you're just going to be giving more and more money back to the market. And so there's some days where it's necessary to just say, you know what? Today's not my day. I'm going to finish the day. I'm just going to walk away. And if you can't do that, then you're going to give your account away. You're going to lose your account. That's generally what happens. Yeah, just volume's a little bit too low for that one, Steve. Just the liquidity. Like, it had this big volume spike on the volume chart, but even that big volume spike was only 25,000 shares, which is actually very small. SQQQ. Let's see. What's the underlying asset to the ETF for SQQQ? Is it tech? Some type of tech? This is an ETF, but I got
If it's QQQ,
it's
I would think it
SQQQ.
would be reverse of the actual QQQ.
Yeah, it's an inverse, I think. Let me look.
Inverse
No, it's not an
of
inverse. It's a Ultra Pro SHT QQQ ETF. What is QQQ?
it's just it's the um kind of the tech and
Uh, I don't know. I have to look it up.
I would
Somebody in the
call
chat
it
will tell me.
it's a market. It's kind of the Dow side.
Yeah, let me see.
So
I
you
guess
could trade here.
Nasdaq. Okay, so yeah, it's just the market. All right, that makes sense. Yeah, So SQQQ is like I guess what you're saying. It's short QQQ, and it's just following the overall market. That makes sense. What do you think of First Trader platform? Never heard of it.
Okay, the QQQ gives you access to some of today's groundbreaking companies by providing cross-sector exposure to Nasdaq's 100 index.
Okay, so it's the top 100 companies. All right,
Mhm.
interesting. Yeah, never heard of First Trade. Unfortunately,
I can tell you at least one of the biggest percentage holds in this ETF is Microsoft, Apple. Those are the two biggest. Those are a near 10% holding of the ETF.
All right, guys, we got 12 seconds. Let's do this. Let's go, team. So yeah, I'm gonna be watching The Spy. Probably gonna watch AMD as well. We'll see. Gonna watch MBT. Most of my watch list is tradable today. But here's the bell, team.
Another mover, guys. Penny stock KPTI.
Let's look at KPTI. I'm also watching PBYI as well. I forgot to mention that one too. So spike in the overall market up to 291 here. Again, a lot of the times this first move is hard to judge with the overall market. So AMD ripping up a little bit too. AMD up. All right, so we got Roku ripping up pretty big here. Roku's up to 113, so Roku's spiking. MU, FEYE not doing too much, but like I said, AMD's ripping up to almost 29 here. And the market, again, just like I said, that first move is kind of hard to read for the market. Market's pulling back to 290.80s. But yeah, Roku looking strong. MBT, just big drop here. Maybe we'll look for some fades with MBT, but MBT's down below the VWAP. AMD pulling back some as well here. Like I said, team, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every single weekday morning on YouTube. We day trade the open, attack the open. Let you watch us for free every weekday morning. We're not experts or gurus here. We just let you see what it's actually like. So remember to hit that subscribe button, team.
Uber, looking good. All right, one that I'm watching, guys, is AT&T. Need AT&T to bounce back here to 37.20s.
ENPH looking weak. Look at ENPH. That one might be good for a fade. MBT too. I'm still looking at MBT. The problem, I'm not going to get in anything, and this is a new rule that I actually developed for myself. Until the market picks a direction and breaks either this high or this low, I'm not jumping at anything. Because when the market's just crossing over and under itself like this, and the SPY is just sideways, almost down to the exact same levels. Look at here. Look at this range. Then I'm just not going to attack anything. I want to wait for the market to pick a direction first, because again, what we'll get a lot of the time is like, even though a stock may look bearish right now, if the market starts to squeeze up, it might drag that stock up with it, and I'm not trying to get stuck in that.
All right, MIK dropping really big there. I'm looking to see this one bounce, do VWAP, bounce. There's a couple stocks I'm watching right now.
AMD, is that the one you just said, AMD?
No, not AMD. Didn't mention that one.
AMD breaking lows. Look at ENPH. Look at ENPH and MBT, Mitch. MBT and ENPH both are down. Look at Uber's down. I think you mentioned that one, though. PBYI. I might look at PBYY for a pullback to the VWAP there. But again, the market's got to pick a direction here. And if you look at AMD and SPY, it's just tough.
I really liked AT&T. I kind of looked off of it there for a second, was watching MIK. It bounced up really, really quickly to VWAP, rejected right back to the low.
What's the symbol T?
Exactly what we want to see. Yeah, exactly what we want to see on a fade. A little hesitant today, too. Should have stayed on that one. It looked really nice out the open. Went right to the whole dollar, bounced up 10 cents, broke right through the whole dollar.
Yeah, I'm waiting for a few minutes to pass. I always like waiting like 5 to 10 minutes for the market to calm down some before I trade. I think I get caught in the chop a lot at the open. Oh man, we were out of milk, and so I had to use some coffee creamer. I mean, it's terrible, man. I don't know how people can drink sweet coffee. It's just terrible. MBT's up at the VWAP. There goes AMD, and there goes the SPY. So AMD and SPY ripping down here. All right, so what I'm looking at now is there is some support here at 290.50 for the overall market, though. I'm looking at EMPH, if we can get the spread to give us a good entry. I'm going to look at AMD now, and then I'm also going to look at WMT or WBT or MBT for a possible fake out fade, if we can get MBT to follow through with it. Like I said, PBYI is another interesting one. PBYI. It's just the range on ENPH. Gonna look at AMD here. See, the market might bounce at 290.50. That is a big level. I don't mind this one. I can use like a 4-cent risk for AMD here. Just a very small, tight risk. Right here.
Looking at AVYA. I was looking at it at VWAP right there. I was trying to make a risk assessment. Haven't had time to finish the risk assessment before it dropped down there. Liked it at 13, 16. And I hope this one comes back to VWAP. If it comes back to VWAP, I'll take a shot on it. I like the daily chart. It's starting to get hit. It got hit with 10,000 shares at 1306 and 1314s.
I was waiting for AMD. It just never got up there. It got rejected, but it got up to 73s, but I needed 77s at least. Gonna look for MBT now, though. MBT for a fake out fade looks okay. Plus, it's a tiny range stock, and I can risk off at 26 for like a 3-cent risk. Doesn't look terrible. Just
All right, looking for a spike to get in here on AVA.
FEYE just ripped up to 1450s.
Trying to get in here, have an order up on the ask.
I'm thinking about jumping in with 1,000 shares of MBT here and just use it the fake out fade. I'll go ahead and get in with 1,000 shares here for MBT. I don't mind the fake out fade on this one. We'll give it some time.
All right, not getting my entry that I want. Might have to just take a lower share size and limit the risk.
Problem here is the spread, I think, for this one for me in MBT. There's 23s. Can get down to like 20s, it'll be good, but still gotta watch AMD here. Oh man, this creamer is terrible, man. Ugh, it's gross. SPY ripping up to 290s. Looks interesting.
MIK coming back to VWAP there. Looking interesting for what we call a VWAP reject. AVYA getting interesting right here. The risk would be off 1316. Be a 6-cent risk for a potential move down to towards the 1280s.
Roku getting hammered down some.
Also seeing BBBY getting back to VWAP. That one's interesting also.
SPY's bouncing up to 290 60s. I'm in with 1,000 shares here, but I think I might get out here. Yeah, I'm gonna get out right there. It broke the high of the day, and so, man, I looked the other way, and that one squeezed up quick.
Uber, nice fade there.
AMD's there though. We gotta watch the market though. The market is squeezing up here, and so we gotta be careful with the overall market. But yeah, I looked the other way, man. MBT was just up there, broke the high of the day. It might reverse here, but I gotta just listen to my risk with that one. And really, we gotta watch the SPY, because if the SPY starts to rip up here, I don't want to get caught in that either. Maybe get a look at AMD though. It just depends on what the SPY does. If the SPY starts to break these highs here, guys, at 290s, 290 90s, then it could get really bullish, and so we got to be on the watch for that. Small loss though, $70. It's big relative to the trading I have this week, but really I'm about break even this week so far. I needed to scale up though. I took it pretty small earlier this week. I'm looking at AMD. The only problem, like if you look at the SPY here, like look at the SPY. I'm not trying to get caught in the SPY, like making a super bullish move here over the highs of the day like it's doing. So look, the SPY just broke the highs of the day. And so with that, I think AMD is going to follow it up. Yeah, there's the market break. We'll watch AMD, but again, if the market's squeezing up, I'm not going to touch AMD. You know, it's just too risky.
MIK looking good there at 22s. Getting a little hesitant there. Should have maybe just taken that trade right there. Risk off of 30s. Risk was tight.
Kind of looking at PBYI here. And PBYI is kind of the same thing. I don't think it follows the market that much, but PBYI doesn't look that bad for a fade. I just like it because I can risk off of 67, and so I can keep my risk pretty small. But about break even this week after today. We'll see though. I need to take larger swings. Taking $30, $40 wins, $20 wins like yesterday is just not big enough. And so luckily it built me some cushion on the week. But MU is right there. What's the market? ENPH just got hammered there. But yeah, there goes the market up to 291.10. Kind of looks like a washout long there. AMD did get rejected though, which is weird because the market's pushing up. It followed the market most of the morning up until this last move, and so NAT. Let me check it out. Yeah, NAT is looking strong. It's ripping up some. Looks good. Like I said, I'm very hesitant to short stocks right now, just because the market's really bullish. Look at this. But yeah, my issue with this week, guys, is that I just traded so small earlier in the week, you know, and like I needed to trade larger, but like that's my. Uh-oh. Maybe gonna look at AMD here. It just, if I take AMD, it's gonna be a very small share size right now.
Oh, now just didn't take the trade. Got a little hesitant. Would have been a great trade. The guys called out 25s, 24s there at the VWAP. Could have risked right off of 30s. Got a good down move.
All right,
All right, guys. I'm shorting AVYA.
I'm in with 200 shares, and I'm just going to make this a little scalp here for AMD. Like I said, I got out a little bit too early there. Here, if Mitch is in something, I'm going to throw him up. But yeah, I was just scalping AMD. I took 200 shares here.
Shorting AVYA here, guys.
Let me get him up so you can see his screen. There we go.
Want to see this breakdown through $13 again, guys.
Make sure you guys can see that. There we go. And like maybe I'll add back to AMD here, but keeping it roughly break even now.
All right, guys. 13.18 is my risk here.
There goes the SPY pulling back some.
It's looking good for me here. Ooh, BBBY. Called that one out. That one was a nice fade. All right, guys, let's see if we can crush through the 13s here.
There's 67s.
I'm hoping this gets big volume here at 13 and breaks through 13 with some big volume. Then we'll get a nice big gain on this here.
I just took mine out of AMD. Those 3 double wicks there, those 3 down wicks made me a little hesitant with it. I'm just going to move on from that one. I'm kind of looking at PBYI here, though, as well. I'll leave Mitch up because Mitch is in a much larger trade, but I made a little bit on that AMD one. I'm going to take PBYI here with 200 shares, risk off of that 8-cent level. A little bit of a spread that I didn't realize here for PBYI. Man, it's still not bad, but I didn't realize this 3-cent spread in it.
Trying to get us a second, guys, to break 13s here. I could take $70 here and just get out of the trade, but I'm looking for a little bit bigger win.
Dude, this coffee is terrible, man. What kind of creamer is this, dude?
I see you struggling over there, man.
Bro, it's so nasty, man. Like, I drink, and listen, like, I drink my coffee, like, black, like, bitter. Like, the bitterness wakes me up. That's the whole point of coffee, is, like, the bitterness will kind of keep you awake. But this is just a whole nother level of nastiness, man. I just can't take it. It's just terrible.
Like, my man said this is a whole nother level.
I don't know how my wife drinks that, bro. It's terrible, man. It's terrible, dude. Ugh. Gross, man. Like, I almost want to pour it out and just go pour, like, regular coffee. Like, generally, I put, like, a little bit of milk in my coffee to cool it down.
All right, there you go, guys. Breaking 13s. As this momentum breaks down through the 13s, I'll take 500 off. Let the rest of it work. You see, it just scooped up 13s there. It didn't break through it. It did get 2,000 shares to short, though. So I'm looking to see if it continues here. Getting a little bounce here. Got to just hang tight to the risk. Looking for this to break 13s here. Don't want to take profit early.
Yeah, that coffee's terrible. Yeah, man. Put some whiskey in it. Yeah, I mean, what did I short?
It's tough. Shoot, yeah. It's squeezing up here. Just gotta hang tight here, guys. Was up over $100. Looking for a $200 win here.
Somebody said
trying to hang tight.
Sid said shorting when the market's gapping up. We're shorting, but we're not shorting stocks that are on the S&P. Like, I shorted MBT, which is an unrelated stock. Mitch is shorting AVYA. Both of these are relatively unrelated to the SPY, you know, and the overall market in general. I probably got out of AMD a little bit early, though. That one would have worked out.
All right, guys, just can't be stubborn here. Already decided my plan and my plan of attack, so just got to hang tight here. If I get squeezed out, I get squeezed out, but going to give myself a shot here.
Maybe I got an AMD too early. It is what it is. AMD, the problem with it is that it looked like it was following the market all day, and then the market went up and it went down. There we go. There we go for PBYI. Like I said, I'm holding PBYI, just a small share size. But maybe we'll get the rejection that we want. Maybe I'll add to this one too. It just depends. But that hurts with AMD. Pretty fade though on AMD. Maybe you should have held on to that 100 shares or so.
All right, guys, I feel like we're going to get a test here of 1310s, but don't want it to get above that 1310s. There are some shares to fill in there. Want to pressure down at 13s and break through 13s. If we break through 13s, I see it's getting back down towards that 1250 area. That's why I'm hanging tight in this one. It's a good risk to reward in this one.
There goes NAT pulling back to the VWAP. I mean, that one doesn't look bad either.
All right, getting some volume here at 1307s, 1309s. There you go. Looks like shorts were put on. Just got to hold tight towards that risk here, guys. Got to hope that the shorts come on here in 13s and they'll knock it completely through. Let's see what we get here. Pressure down on 1301s. All right, now we're there. Definitely at the pressure point. Got to watch the time in sales and the level 2, see how it reacts here. Yeah. Bid on 1302s.
I took a half off of my PBYI trade. I'm kind of frustrated with myself, though, because I took larger size on the one trade that I lost on, and then the subsequent trades, I just went back down to tiny size. I don't know why I do that. I've actually had more green trades than I did red today, but because I'm taking such a wimpy size, I am not taking advantage of it like I should. Accuracy's been solid, though, you know. Like this week, I've had like what? 3, 4, 5. 5 winning trades and 1 losing trade. I was thinking about shorting AMD there.
There you go. Got the crack of the 13s, guys. Now I just got to see 13s break here. If not, I'm just going to take some off at 1302s, 1303s if they fill here. Don't want it squeezing back to VWAP. Want it to break 13s right now. There's the pressure. 1299s. Just not wanting to break it, guys. All right, guys, took some off there. Yeah, just gonna hold the rest break even.
Yeah, it might have been.
Gave myself the shot.
It might be bouncing at that whole dollar level, I think.
Yeah, it needs some volume to smack it through. We got some volume there. 3,000 shares, but not enough.
Yeah.
Just going to hang tight with the rest of them. Now we're getting the pressure on it. 5,000 shares. That's what we wanted to see, guys. I was waiting for this, guys. Waiting for that 5,000 shares to show up. It didn't show up, and that's why I took some profit. You know, I can hope and pray that it would have showed up a second earlier, but the volume wasn't there to break it. I got out some, and now I just got to hold the rest, try to get a good gainer on this. You see, we only got $32 on those first 500 shares when we should have got $80 here. Market's $70, $80.
Market just broke lows, so that should be super good for you. Let's see.
Yeah. One that you can look at, guys, is MIK. MIK up there at the third resistance. 930s is the resistance there.
All right, I am in PBYI here. Let me see. Maybe I'll take a little bit more off. I just took another half off. Yeah, I mean, I'm only down 35, 37 bucks on the day now, but man, it's super frustrating, team. Like, look how dumb I am, guys. Like, look at this. So, like, I'm gonna throw myself up for a second. Like, look at this. So, I've had 2 green trades today. You know, I've made like 30, 40 cents a share. You know, but I took 1,000 shares on the one losing trade, and then I acted like a wimp afterwards. And so it's
Big
like,
drop in Nike. Nike looking beautiful today. The day I don't trade it, it just trades absolutely beautifully.
look how wimpy I am, team. I'm just dumb. Look at this. I'm just dumb trading in my mind. Like,
It's not dumb trading, bro. It's just the same thing I did
emotional
yesterday.
trading, right? It's emotional trading.
It's the share size.
Right.
The share size is killing you.
Well, it's not using a consistent risk level is what it is relative to the share size. So it's like one trade I'll take 1,000 shares and lose, and then the other trade I'll take 200 shares and win.
Yep.
You know.
I think I put it up in the chat yesterday in the Discord. At the end of the day, guys, if we don't have the right risk and reward, we lose all mathematical advantage.
Yeah.
All the edge that you had, even if you have an edge, it's not worth it.
Right.
An edge is not worth it if you're not going to take the right risk to reward.
Right. And that's like the problem with me here is that like I took the right risk reward. I didn't follow through with it though. Like I made the plan was solid, the risk was small, the reward was big, you know, everything was fine. The problem is that when it came time to say how many shares do I want to buy in this? Do I want to take 1,000 shares? That thought process that goes through your mind when you have a losing trade happens. Like what's the thought process, right? You have a losing trade, I was down 70 bucks. And so the next trade, my thought process is like, this is genuinely what goes through my head. It's like, okay, I'm down $70. If I lose again, I'm going to be down 160. Everybody on stream's going to see me. You know, haters are going to win, and I'm going to lose, you know. And that's the thought process that goes through my head. And so what do? I take 200 shares. And then that trade works. And then I take another trade with 200 shares, and then that trade works. And now I'm stuck with more winning trades. Well, I'm stuck with more winning trades than losing trades today, but I'm still down 36 bucks. You know?
I mean, it's how trading goes a lot of the times. Like I was talking about yesterday, been having trouble with the VWAP fade and it working out correctly or trying to set up correctly. And then I look today and you can look at AT&T, beautiful fade. You can look at Uber, beautiful fade. You can look at Nike, beautiful fade. You can look at BBVY, beautiful fade. You can look right here at AVYA, still a nice fade. And so it is there, guys. It's just hard to be so selective. And I think that's the real hard part is if you can figure out how you're going to be selective in this market, that's when you start winning big and you start getting those big kind of profits. All right, guys. Trying to see if it holds 13 now. Above 13, guys, I'll get out.
We had a really good question. How do you define the right risk and reward? Above 2 to 1? Yeah, for the most part. Better than 2 to 1 on average. It all depends on the strategy's accuracy rate, though. Like, it all depends, right? So if the strategy is like a really accurate strategy, which there are some, obviously you don't necessarily need as good of risk reward, right? So a lot of scalping strategies that are going to be like super accurate, you don't necessarily need the best risk reward with those because your accuracy is going to compensate for that, right? But like a regular strategy like VWAP fade, like roughly like anywhere between like 55 to 70% accuracy rate, 75 sometimes better than that. Generally I want to see at least 2 to 1 reward to risk or better, you know, and I have to be strict with that. Because if not, I'm hurting my edge in the market, so to speak, if that makes sense.
All right, guys. For my trade AVYA, I have about 50,000 shares that just went through on that bounce to VWAP at 13 and 12.99s. That's what I want to see hold now. I want to see this VWAP hold here at 1303s. If it gets above 1303s, I'll have to take this out. But I do have some big share size in with me now. And I have to let the big share size determine where the stock is going to move.
What's up, Titanic? Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. If you're just now watching us, we do this live for free every weekday morning. And we day trade the open live and let you guys watch. We're not experts. We're not gurus. We generally just let you see what it's actually like day trading the market. And so if you want to see that again, hit the subscribe button. If you click the bell, it turns on notifications. You'll get an alert every time we go live, and we go live every single weekday morning. Hit that subscribe button, team.
All right, guys, looking to see if we can get a dip towards the 85s here. How's JD doing today? That was one that I wanted to keep an eye on.
Yeah, appreciate it, Netron. Yeah, I mean, I think cautious, being cautious is okay, but I think that you're almost always going to lose sometimes, and I think that if you adjust your share size every time you lose, you're going to miss out on compensating trades, right? So it's like if you let your first trade affect your share size for the second trade, then trades that would work out and bring you green on the day are going to be missed because you're going to be, trading.
I think it's just taking a look at what we're trying to do here, guys. What's the goal? The goal is consistency, right? Everyone, I think that would be it for everyone. I don't think the goal is really to make money. It's about how can I be consistently making money. Okay. And so with that, there's two approaches, guys. There's the subjective trader or there's the mechanical trader. And as we all know, what's leading in the trading world right now is algorithms. And algorithms are what? They're mechanical trading systems. They have no emotions and trade simply a strategy to a complete system, have the right risk to reward on every trade, get in or out on every trade at the right point. Why? Because there's mathematical advantage, is what we call edge. Okay. And that's what we're trying to achieve here. Regardless of whatever strategy you have, you're trying to achieve an edge in the market. Yep. And the only way to have a true edge in the market is to stick to the system. And that's taking the same risk and return on every trade, on every time you take that strategy. All right, guys, might get squeezed out over the 1304s here. If anything fills here, I'm just going to step out, take the little profit that I have, and that'll be it. If the market doesn't want to give you more, get out, take what you got, get back in when you find the right trade.
Losses are inevitable, profit and loss ratio. Yeah, for sure. And losses are going to happen. And that's why I said, like, depending on the accuracy of your setup, that's why risk and reward is key. Like, using good ratios is key. And that's why, like, before every trade we get into, before we get into the trade, you'll see Mitch and I call out our risk and reward levels. We'll say, this is our risk, this is our reward target, this is our ratio, this is what we're looking for. With that said, I'm looking at AMD here. I got to be careful, though, because you can see the overall market itself is actually bouncing back here. It's up to 290s. And so looking at AMD, if we can get up to 66, maybe I can risk off of like 71 or so for like a 5-cent small risk.
All right, guys,
like
taking a little bit of shot here. You got to hold tight towards 1307s, but I added there at VWAP as I saw rejection off the VWAP. And the volume came in right there. So if volume comes in right now and smacks it, it's going to 1290s. But if it doesn't, it'll reverse and squeeze me out at break even, and I'm okay with that.
The market just went up to the VWAP and then just came all the way back down to the low of the day. So that should, even though this isn't necessarily like a related stock to the overall market, generally the market has some weight and sway over most stocks, and so it should at least help you some, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a good shot to take here. I've been in the stock for this long. There's no point in not taking a shot here. I got in at a good spot. Seeing 57,000 shares go through right now at 1304. Got to hold to my break even just slightly above here, 1307. I'll lose 1 cent. So that's what I'm risking right now. Just need to see this knocked down through 13s.
Yep. Anybody AOBC?
Hang tight. 1606. There's a squeeze, guys. Just got to see if anything's going to fill right here.
Kind of looking at
nothing filling at 1306. Got to see it.
Which one are you in? You're in AVYA.
Mm-hmm. Hang tight here, guys. See if anything fills here.
Because then you could risk off of that 1308 level that I just got rejected off of.
That's literally essentially my risk.
Yeah, it's also right around break even for you in the trade, so I think that level makes lots of sense.
Yep, that's the key, guys. It's giving myself a shot. That's what I like to do as a trader, is put myself in the right probable position And if the probability falls your way, you get your reward. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. That's just, it is what it is. If we can get the 13s to get knocked down here, I know we'll get down there to a good level. If not, I'm going to be looking for this stock to squeeze hard and might try to long it in a later term.
I mean, honestly, the fade doesn't look bad. It kind of makes me want to get into it just because we can use that 1308 level as risk. While Mitch is sitting here, though, hold on.
Ooh, BBBY. I like that. That one reacted nice today. I was going to trade. That was my second look.
How can you confirm via looking for fills on the time and sales tape when price hits a level? What are you looking for? He's looking for filled orders on the time and sales. Mitch is the time and sales guy, though. He uses it much more than me.
All right, guys. So what you need is big volume at pressure points. That's kind of where I'm getting to. I've been trying to simplify my explanation, and what it is volume at pressure points. Pressure points meaning support or resistance. We're getting towards that pressure point right now, 13. We want to see something roll through here, big sizing at 13 and knock it down towards that 1295. That'll show confirmation and breakdown. If it squeezes up here past 1305s, we'll probably just get on out. All right, guys, getting a little bit of a squeeze look here, guys. Got to be careful. All right, here comes the squeeze, guys, getting out here. There, squeeze put on AVUIA. It is what it is, guys. Set myself up for a big win. Didn't get to fade. It sucks because I was watch what 1, 2, 3, 4 stocks commit to the fade. The stock that I was didn't commit. That's how it goes. Just a little frustrating. Just got to find the right trade. I don't think they could hear me. I don't know if it's just someone.
I just realized I was muted, T. My bad, guys. Mitch, you've been able to hear Mitch, but I've been muted. My bad. But yeah, don't stress it, brother. like I said, you kept it pretty small. You limited your loss to a certain extent, you know.
Yeah.
I
There's a
think
trader at 13 that just didn't want to let me get my gains today. That's just how it goes. That's just how it goes.
yeah, I'm looking at JD here. We'll see if JD bounces back up to the VWAP. Maybe I'll take it with this 20 risk right here. Thinking about that.
Looking at BBBY, and I'm like, no, you already did your 3 fades. All 3 of them. Done deal.
Looking at JD, maybe like I said, I could risk maybe 500 shares, or not 500, maybe 5 cents here with the 300 shares or so, $15. I don't care about. I don't mind that. 14s. All right, I'm gonna jump in there with 300 shares of JD here, risking off of this 20 level. Maybe got in a little bit early, so I'm really risking about $20, but small. We'll let it work. We'll see what happens here. Only in with 300 shares. Can you guys see this? Yeah, you guys can see it. Get this ready. Yeah, I was muted, guys. My bad. I just realized I was muted too. My bad, team. I don't know how long I was talking, but I lost my voice. Yeah, my bad, guys. There goes AMD. I was really looking at AMD. I don't know what my neighbor's doing. I don't know if he's like cutting grass or something, but he's loud over there. I like the resistance here at 20 though. If you look at here on 20, 20 is like a big confirmed level. And so we're going to stick with that 20 level here. There's 15s. I still don't mind JD here. Just going to hold it. Such a small share size that I'm not super worried about it. And if this one doesn't work out, I might just close it down and keep everything pretty small on the day. A little bit of a squeeze up in JD. Maybe the chop is what got me. There's 19s, 18s. Like I said, 20's my risk. I'll let it test, but if it breaks, I just got to get out. And like I said, after this, if this doesn't work out, maybe I'm done. Of course, I always say that, and then I end up pushing some more. So, like, we'll see. But small loss on the day. 20s. Hands over the cover button here. Maybe we'll get a rejection, but again, I can let it test here. But hands over the cover button, just in case. If it gets up to 21, unless it gets rejected immediately, I just got to get out. I was looking at AMD too. I don't know if I like AMD now because the market itself is squeezing up some. Hopefully it gets rejected here, but there's 19s. 20s again. All right, there's 18s. Better. AMD's bouncing back up there too. What we're getting here though is the market squeeze. Market squeezing back up. It's at 290.70s. Now, it would be lovely if this one came back down under the VWAP, but I'm not going to get my hopes up, honestly, especially when it's this high. There's 16s, and so a rejection here would be lovely. But there's 15s. All right, well, there's kind of where I wanted to enter it here, but break even on the trade now. We'll see if we get a rejection, though. We still got a little bit of ways. It's kind of choppy, and so SPY did get rejected there, which should be beneficial to a certain extent. There's 14s. Not bad. Back down to break even. So that just means, look at my beautiful risk level there. That's why I made this level my risk. And now it's just super easy. I'm not even saying this one's going to work out for me, because it might not. But I know that that's my risk level now for sure, and I'm just going to keep with that risk level. Because again, you guys saw me calculate that risk level beforehand. It went exactly up to my risk level, and then got rejected exactly to the very cent at my risk level. So that's why it was my risk level to begin with. There we go. Now we're getting some drops here, down to 10s. 9s, not bad. We'll give it a little bit of time here. 8s, 7s, gonna take a little bit off there. Still holding 150 shares, gonna let the rest work just in case it bounces right there. But not too bad. Not gonna be a losing trade at the very least. Look at that, 3 green trades still down on the day. That's just bad risk reward for me today, team. Just bad risk reward for me today, guys. Like I said, I took 1,000 shares with one trade. I took my swing, and then I kind of quietly fought back on the day, but frustrating. Now we're effectively back at the top of this range. Yeah, I mean, I've been having a solid few days. Like, my accuracy the last few days has been incredible, you know. Not incredible. I don't want to toot my own horn or anything, but I've had 1 losing trade out of 6 this week. So this week's been great for me, and everybody has different preferences, and everybody has different strategies that they implement. And so sometimes I'm going to be doing really well, and other people aren't, and then sometimes they're going to be doing really well, and I'm not. And it just depends. Everybody has their own preferences in trading. It's been a solid week for me overall, but yeah, I need to focus on using the appropriate share size next time. That's my issue with today, is that I just didn't quite use the share size I needed with my follow-through trades. I don't mind scaling down after a loss, but I think I have to give myself that chance to not just let one loss first thing in the morning ruin my entire day. I have to give myself a chance to fight back to a certain extent, if that makes sense, you know. Could hold the rest break even. We'll give it another second or so, but that's rough, Wheel. Hey, sorry to hear that, brother. But yeah, guys, this is how you have 3 winning trades and 1 losing trade, and you still end down on the day. If you guys want to know how to do that, I'm going to get out there, keep it break even. Really, it's a winning trade. But yeah, this is how you have 3 winning trades and 1 losing trade, and you still end red. The important thing, guys, you always got to see the humor in everything, though. I can laugh at myself a little bit for it. Is what it is, you know. Still been a great week. I'm sure my accuracy is really solid. It's still been a profitable week, especially after today. You know, being down $30 on the day is small potatoes, team, you know. But I got to be able to laugh at myself a little bit. You know, I let a 10-cent loss, 10 cents per share loss, and then I made like 50 cents per share, and I'm still red on the day, which is just my fault, just dumb trading by me. But again, I can make fun of myself a little bit here. Yeah, I mean, I got out of JD. Glad I got out. I was just trading the range, and so that's why I traded it like I did. But green trade. AMD's up there too. But AMD's been fading all day, and at a certain point, I just don't trust it anymore. About what bad trade? I mean, I'm making fun of myself. I'm laughing at myself.
My bad. I'm yelling at here in mute.
Oh.
All right, short here, guys, in DAL. DAL risk is 54.25s. Got in there at 54.15s. I got a 54.14.5 average. Just gonna hold to this. You can see this one pulling back to 88. So risk and reward is there. Let's see if we can get it.
Good luck, bro. Yeah, guys. Like I said, I mean, maybe I'm a little bit emotional. I don't know, but I'm more so just kind of laughing at myself. I think it's funny. I genuinely think it's funny. And like I said, you got to learn to laugh at yourself sometimes. And today's one of those days where I gotta laugh at myself a little bit.
I mean, when we're not trading the way we want to trade, it's normal not to be happy about it.
Right.
I mean,
you're gonna be upset when you lose money. I don't care how long you've been trading.
It's like my focus. I mean, my major focus always is execution, and with that, I put pressure on myself. You know, when it doesn't go right, it sucks because I'm focusing on that execution. And that's what we need to do as traders. We need to focus on our execution of our strategy.
Right.
So, of course, when it doesn't go your way, it's not going to look like the best thing because what you need to look back on in your trade is, did I take the trade the right way?
Right. And I think I took both of my trades the right way. I just didn't use the big enough share size.
Exactly. And that upsets you because you're like, I'm trading the right way.
I traded it right. And it may be a little bit misleading, though, because, again, part of the reasons that I traded it right was because I traded it with small size. And so the losses don't play on my emotions as much. Where it's like if I would have taken 1,000 shares in either one of these subsequent 4 trades that I did after that loss, then I probably would have been in and out so quick. I might have made money, but I probably would have been in and out really, really fast. And again, like it may seem like I'm upset. I'm actually happy. Like if this is my losing day on the week and I lost $30, that makes me happy because that's very small. Still a very profitable week in really few weeks. And so I can't, like you're going to lose in trading. Sometimes you're going to lose. If you beat yourself up too much every time you lose, then you're always going to be beating yourself up because losses happen all the time. And it's one of those things where it's like you just got to learn to accept them and not dwell on them coming from somebody that's been dwelling on his loss all day. Yeah, I mean, just join the Discord if y'all want trading buddies. Y'all can talk about it in Discord. I'll post the link. So yeah, if y'all want to. Also, guys, it's kind of we're creating a free day trading chat here. So if you want to keep track of us after the stream here, join our Discord. Let me see how many people we have. I know we almost have 1,000 in our Discord. Why did it stop telling me?
I think we hit it.
Well, it's not telling me how many people I have in here anymore. It's just telling me I have the online people.
All right, guys. I'm going to take a second. Guys, if you guys want to use the platform that John and I use on these streams, definitely go ahead and check out TradeNet. It has a solid, high-quality platform. With the funded account packages, you can day trade as much as you want with no PDT. It has cheap commissions. You're able to short stocks like IPOs that just come out. You get access to a chat room, demo account, and also a legit trading course. At the end of the day, guys, I definitely think TradeNet makes sense for a lot of traders out there, especially if you're brand new and you're trying to get into live trading and kind of work that system out. We all need to go ahead and trade live to really get the skills that we need. Paper trading can only take you so far, and that's why we recommend TradeNet, is that it's a really cheap alternative, especially for you beginner traders, and that's really what we're here for, guys. We're here for you beginners out there, trying to get you guys set and create that complete trading system so that you can get the profits that you guys want from the market.
Yep. It's not telling me how many people we have here, man. I'm going to have to add everyone.
Let me find out.
Wait, where's all our members? Why are all our members gone?
It's weird. It's not telling anybody that's offline.
Right. And when I
it's
add
a Discord
everybody,
glitch.
Well, it says
that's a Discord glitch.
When I add everybody, it says you're mentioning 100 plus people. We had 1,000. What happened to everybody?
Nah, there had to be a glitch there.
Yeah, I don't know, man. If not, man, that sucks. I mean, it's not the end of the world, I guess, but man, I don't know what happened.
That's a glitch for sure. Just had to contact by Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I know we got.
All right, guys, getting squeezed out here, guys. I'm out. All right, guys, that's gonna do it for me, guys. Not the best, but just gonna keep it small. Not really trading with a great execution. Not getting the right results, so just gonna step out of here.
Yeah, no stress, bro. Yeah, there's the link. If you, like I said, like Mitch said, if you want to use the same platform as us, there's the link. I think it makes a lot of sense because new traders are kind of juggling ways that they can actually day trade stocks, right? They're trying to figure out how they can day trade stocks. And so, some people go with overseas platforms. Some people try to get a margin account and follow the PDT rule. With TEFs and TradeNet, you're spending $3.99 if you go through my link. You do get a big discount and get it for $3.99 through my link. And once you're approved for the funded account program, you get 14,000 in buying power to trade with, no PDT rule, and you can actually short stocks. And it's one of the cheapest ways that new traders can get their feet wet and actually start trading in the market. Again, 14,000 in buying power, shorting ability. It comes with a trading course as well, a demo account to practice on, as well as access to their chat room. And I think that bundle just makes tons of sense. Most of the time, new traders can't short because they have to get approved for a margin account. It's a big, long process. But this is one of the cheaper ways. It does operate like a prop firm, so there's a 70-30 split. And so you're going to share 30% of your profits with them, but they only take it out of your profits. Like if you're not profitable, they're not going to take it out. And then there's a max loss of 700. But again, I think it just makes a lot of sense. It's one of the cheaper ways for new traders to get started in the market. No, not for our YouTube stocks. We're talking about for our Discord. But yeah, like I said, there's the link if you want to check them out. Maybe I guess I'll stick around. We'll see what we get. But yeah, it's only telling me the people that are online. Weird. I guess it's hidden now. The amount of people we have in our Discord. I don't know. Hey, that's nice, Orbital. Hey, sometimes that's what you need to do, man. Sometimes that's what you got to do. I was kind of looking at AMD here. Look how good that risk level was for JD at 2820. I was kind of looking at AMD for this fake out fade, but since I missed it, I mean, I might just hang it up. I mean, I'll hang out and talk to you guys if you guys want. Didn't we say we were going to tell a story a day? Story time? Let me know if you guys want to have story time right now. I'll tell some stories from my childhood or some funny stories. Non-trading related. It doesn't matter though. I don't have to do story time. But if you guys want to hear some funny stories, I can tell some. We got MU at the VWAP here. MU is at the VWAP, and I could use this level here at 28 as my risk, give me like a 8 or 7 cent risk, and then use this level here as my reward for like a 12, 13 cent reward. Not quite 2 to 1 though. Story time? Yeah, if you guys want to hear story time, let me know. I can tell some funny stories. We'll try to. Somebody said they like that one story a day, and so we could do story time if you guys want. You know, we can make that a new feature of the stream. Stories. All right, Sid. Later, brother. What would you say is the accuracy percentage of VWAP fades and bounces? And then after this, we'll do story time. The accuracy percentage, that's all relative to the sector, the stocks themselves. I've back tested it a few times, right? So I back tested the VWAP fade and the VWAP bounce. With cannabis and microchip stocks specifically, AMD, MU, CGC, CRON, APHA. With those 5 stocks, the VWAP fade had an accuracy rate over I believe it was a 6-month period of 73%. 73%. That's generally what the accuracy rate I try to shoot for is with it, which kind of makes sense. Like if you look at this week, right? This week I've had, how many trades did I make today? I made 4 trades, I believe. Maybe 3. I made 4 trades today. 3 were successful. 1 was losing trade. They were all VWAP fades. All of these were VWAP fades or VWAP rejections, right? And then earlier, for the rest of this week, I had another 3 green trades with no losing trades. And so far this week, I've had 6 winning trades and 1 loss, right? 6 winning trades and 1 loss. What's that accuracy rate? That's got to be like 15%. Losing trades, let me see. Something like that. Let me check. Around 15, really probably 18%, maybe less than that. Let me look. Let's see. That is 17%. Yeah, 17.5%. So I was about right. So yeah, it's an 83% accuracy rate. So that's what I'm shooting for. So far this week I'm running about 83% winning trades. 6 winning trades or 5 winning trades, 1 loss. I'm not really a moving average guy, Moody. I'm not really one. I trade moving averages sometimes, bro, but not that much to where I feel like I would be an authority enough to tell you that. Yeah, I mean, I'm mostly a VWAP trader. I trade moving averages sometimes, but mostly a VWAP trader, so, I don't necessarily want to tell you the wrong answer, man, to be honest. Like I said, not an expert or guru here. Hit the subscribe button if you want to watch this day trade live. We go live every day for free on YouTube. And so
It's
remember
just
to hit the subscribe button.
It's a simple answer. It's just different closing prices. EMAs, SMAs are going to be going off of closing prices. So your closing price on the 1 minute is going to be very different than the closing price on a 5 minute.
There you go. Yeah, that's basically what I got. I got 83.3%. As to what my accuracy rate is this week. So story time, Mitch. Listen to my story time, bro. Maybe it'll make you feel better, dude. All right, so today I'm gonna tell you guys the story of the only bone I've ever broken. All right, the only bone I've ever broken. So, I was 7 years old. Right, I was 7 years old. I'm from Louisiana, and my grandmother, my Mimi, we called her. She lived in Walker, Louisiana, which is the country in Louisiana, right? Because, we're from Louisiana, so we got a bunch of Cajun people in my family, right? And so I'm at my Mimi's house in Walker, Louisiana, and my Mimi lets me go stay at my friend Ray Ray's house, right? My friend Ray Ray. I don't know what Ray Ray's dad was doing, but he wasn't a good dad. He was always kind of, drinking a little bit, so forth and so on or whatever. And so me and Ray Ray were looking for stuff to play. We wanted to play some games, right? And so we decided to play Let's Throw Heavy Stuff at Each Other, right? And so I started throwing some plastic dinosaurs at Ray Ray. I started throwing some plastic dinosaurs at Ray Ray, and he took it to a whole nother level and started picking up bricks and started humming bricks at little 7-year-old me, And so I'm scared. I'm dodging bricks like I'm in the Matrix. I'm ducking, dodging, all that stuff, right? And so until he throws this last brick, right? And I start to run away from him throwing this brick at me. And I trip. And I trip and fall on the ground, right? And I'm laying on the ground, stomach down to the ground. And this brick comes over and lands directly on my left index finger. And broke it immediately. And so I ran home crying, and eventually I went to the hospital, and that was the only bone I've ever broken. The next day, they put a cast on my finger. Maybe I wasn't that smart of a little 7-year-old, but the next day they put a cast on my finger, right? And in the South, we have what's called love bug season, where you can go around catching love bugs. You can catch love bugs. They're all over the place or whatever. And so I go outside my Mimi's house, and I'm catching love bugs, and I catch what I think was a love bug in the same hand that I broke my finger on. And it wasn't a love bug. It was a yellow jacket. And I got stung on the finger that I broke the previous day. Worst luck ever. That's my story for the day. Ran home crying, that's my story. Yeah. That's story time for the day, the end. Little John broke his finger and then got stung by a yellow jacket on that finger the very next day. No, I'm right-handed. I don't know why I was catching him with my left hand, but I'm right-handed. So, yeah, that's my story. And I blame it on Ray Ray, man. It's Ray Ray's fault. It's easily his fault. Ray Ray took it to a whole nother level, started throwing bricks at me, at little 7-year-old me, That's my story time for the day. Do you ever trade crypto or only stocks? I'm asking because I'm starting with a small account and started from here. Only stocks. I'm not trading crypto. Crypto's too expensive and too volatile for me to want to trade. And I know you can buy like little percentages of it, but I'm not interested in that. I think, I'm not trying to do that. You guys want to know what the story will be for Story Time tomorrow? Stick around, hit the subscribe button. We do this live for free every day. We day trade the open. We're not experts or gurus here. We just let you guys watch us day trade live. I know, man. Ray Ray, too fast. You see that, man? Ray Ray took it to a whole nother level, man. I was throwing like dinosaurs and stuff at him, and he started throwing bricks, man. He took it to a whole nother level. I don't know. I haven't talked to Ray Ray since, to be honest, man. That was the last time I talked to Ray Ray.
Ray Ray got a life prison,
right.
life prison sentence.
Right, he could have, man. He probably did, man. Honestly, like I said, Ray Ray's dad. Looking back on it in retrospect, Ray Ray's dad probably wasn't the best dad, man. He probably wasn't the best dad. Yeah.
He's a dad that takes the 4-year-old to Hooters.
Yeah. And it's like I'm from Louisiana, but my Mimi lived out in the country. Like I grew up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, which is like the city in Louisiana. Not the city, but it's like an hour from New Orleans. So but yeah. That's my story, man. That's my story time. But yeah, Ray Ray, I honestly haven't talked to that dude since, man. I don't know what he's doing. Honestly, my parents probably stopped letting me go over to his house after the whole brick incident. That to this day, that was the only bone I've ever broken, though. That was the only bone I've ever broken. Right, I never talked to him since, man. I haven't talked to Ray Ray. He broke my finger, man. He threw bricks at me, man. Honestly, though, looking back, I probably should be happy, though. Because if the worst thing that happens to me, if somebody throws multiple bricks at me, is that it lands on one of my fingers and breaks my finger, I think that's pretty mild, all things considered, And so, yeah, that's my story time for the day. Stick around if you want to see story time for tomorrow. I've told other stories before about Sunshine the pony, Ray Ray, the mean kid, How much a month for the platform? It's $15 a month, I think. AMD has just been fading all day, man. All day. AMD's been fading all day. Look at that. Honestly, yeah, exactly, man. He took it to a whole nother level. A whole nother level, man. He like I said, he was just getting mad because I was winning. Like I said, I remember vaguely. This was like, over 20 years ago. But yeah, I remember throwing like plastic dinosaurs at him, and like, we had like a battle, where I threw like plastic dinosaurs and stuff. But again, man, he threw bricks, man. I abandoned Ray Ray. I think every childhood has a Ray Ray. I had water dumped in my head at a public basketball game. Man, that's terrible, bro. Yeah. Every child does have, every child has that one friend that's just bad news, That was my bad news friend. But look at AMD, man. Every time I look at AMD and it's up at the VWAP, I've been like, nah, I'm not going to take it. It's already faded like 3 or 4 times. I'm just not going to trade it again. And every time I look back at it, look at AMD just fading right back down here. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Like I said, I'm probably going to hang it up for the day, guys. You abandoned Ray Ray. Poor Ray Ray. Yeah, man. Honestly, that's what he gets, man. He's throwing bricks, you know. I was 7. All right, yeah, but guys, go check out Trade Ideas. If you use promo code BT15 at checkout, you get 15% off Trade Ideas. Best scanners in the game by far. You know, there's a reason that most of the big-time traders use Trade Ideas is because they're legitimately the best scanners in the game. Super customizable. I build different scans around the strategies I use. I have like a VWAP fade scanner that alerts me when stocks cross under the VWAP and a few other stuff, so you could really customize these scanners. They make a lot of sense. Like I said, never bring a dinosaur to a brick fight. 100%, man. Lesson learned. Lesson learned. But yeah, you can use promo code BT15 at checkout, get 15% off Trade Ideas. So go check them out. Great way to help support our channel. We do make a commission if you sign up through us. Man, that's rough, Orbital. My son's was JJ. Yeah, man, everybody has one. It's always a rhyming name. You know, it's always a rhyming name. Mine was Ray Ray. You know? Damn Ray Ray. But yeah, hit the subscribe button, team. I'm going to go ahead and close it down. I think Mitch is probably done for the day. I'm done for the day. 3 green trades, 1 losing trade. Still down on the day. Everybody point and laugh at me today because I didn't trade right today. But hit the subscribe button, team. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. We go live every weekday morning at 8:15 market time. And so if you want to see what it's actually like day trading the market for free on YouTube, click the like button, click the subscribe button. You know you're going to watch us again. Even if you dislike us, we might lose, and you know that's going to make you happy. And so you don't want to miss that. Hit the subscribe button, team. Hit the bell. Turn the bell on. It'll notify you every time we go live, which is, again, every weekday morning. Last time we missed a day was over a year ago. So hit the subscribe button, team. Good luck in the markets. That's it for me today. Game or stupid, man. You missed my story, bro. You said yesterday you liked my story time. Rewind the stream about 20 minutes, man. You got to listen to my story about Ray Ray and the brick incident. I'm done for the day, gamer. I'm done for the day, man. I'm not going to push my luck today. I'm done for the day, brother. Just no more trades for me today. Just traded bad. You know, had 3 green trades, 1 losing trade. I'm still down on the day because I just used too big of shear size with the losing trade. And then I acted like a wimp and scaled down after that loss. And so it is what it is. But yeah, that's it for the day. Like I said, gamer, you want to see my my story time for the day? Rewind in about 20 minutes. You know, you can watch the story time. Oh, you were listening? Okay, good. You know. All right, team. Like I said, you want to use the same platform as us? I'll post this link here as well. And then I'm going to close it down, guys.
All right, you guys have a good day.
Later, team. There's the link. Like I said, you want to use the platform we use. Great way to help support our channel. You can get it for like 20 to 30% off. There's the link in the chat. Later, guys.